Hey everyone, welcome back to my podcast, The Tea List, the space where we unpack life, healing, and motherhood with all the realness and none of the fluff. I'm your host, the Tea List Queen, TLQ, and today we're diving into something that might explain a lot about your dating life, your friendship, your triggers, and the way you even show up as a parent. Today's question is simple but powerful. Is it love or is it your attachment style? Ever wonder why you're drawn to the same type of partner or panic why they pull away? It may not be them. It might be your attachment style. In this episode of the Tea List Queen is unpacking how childhood, trauma, and early emotional experiences shape the way we give and receive love. Whether you're avoidant, anxious, secure, or somewhere in between, this one's for you. Let's break the cycle and start loving from a healed place. So before I get into this episode, my friend Akila is like, I think you should do an episode on attachment styles and how it relates to dating. And I'm like, you know what? Let me do it now. So, girl, this one's for you. All right, so let me set the scene. I'm sitting in my bed. It's about like 9:40, right? And this dude said he'd call, and there was no text, no call. In my mind, baby, it was doing backflips. I'm refreshing my phone like it's gonna change the outcome. And I'm here sitting here wondering, like, was I too available, too emotional to me? I started going back to trauma with my ex who disappear after going out, and I wouldn't hear from him for days, right? And guess what? It wasn't even about him. I barely knew this guy that said he was gonna call. But that silence, that inconsistency, everybody knows I'm big on consistency. So that inconsistency, it took me back. Okay? I was like, I don't like the way I'm feeling right now. I gotta take a step back. And it took me back to that little girl who felt invisible when someone she needed didn't show up. That's when it hit me. This isn't about him not texting back. This is about me and how my nervous system is wired to believe that love equals anxiety. So today we're unpacking it. Attachment styles, why we chase, why we shut down, and how we can finally feel safe in love, not just with others, but with ourselves. So what are the attachment styles? There are 4. The first one is secure, which is obviously most ideal one. So secure attachment style is they love and they let love. No games, no fears, no trust issues. Anxious, they love hard but always fear it's leaving. Avoidant, they crave closeness but run when it gets real. And then the last one is disorganized, a mix of both, chaotic, unsure, and deeply wounded. Let's go deeper because the way we show up in love today, it didn't start with our last relationship. It started way before that. Attachment styles form in early childhood, usually between birth and age 7. It's based on how our parents or caregivers responded to your needs, not just if they loved you, but how they loved you. Were they present, emotionally available, or did you have to shrink, silence, or hustle for their attention? If your cries were met with warmth and comfort, you likely felt safe to express your emotions. That's secure attachment. And that's the attachment I'm trying to form with my son. Like when he's upset or sad, I do try to console him. If he has a nightmare at night, I try to get there to comfort him and hold him and let him know it's okay. So I'm trying to build that secure attachment with him. But if love was inconsistent or came with conditions, like being a good girl or never crying, you may have developed anxious or avoidant patterns without even realizing it. So now when someone pulls away, it feels familiar, not because they're your soulmate, but because your nervous system recognizes that pattern. It's not love, it's a loop. And baby, we're not doing loops anymore. No mas. We're choosing healing. So even now as a mom, I think about how I respond to my son when he cries. Am I giving him room to feel? Am I helping him trust that love doesn't disappear when it gets hard? Because we're not just healing ourselves. We're raising children who won't have to. Let's be real. Most of us have dated from our wounds, not from our worth. And if we're honest, we've mistaken anxiety for butterflies more than once. If you're constantly chasing someone's attention, over explaining yourself, or feeling like you're too much, that's not love. That's your attachment style in survival mode. If you're pushing away the moment it feels too real, that's avoidant, not just independent. So if you waited 8 hours to text back to match energy, avoidant. You're already planning a wedding with someone you met 3 weeks ago, anxious. You say you want love, but only date people who are emotionally unavailable. That's the trauma bond talking. Healing isn't about never being triggered. It's about recognizing those patterns before they ruin a good thing or drag you back to the wrong one. The good news? Attachment styles aren't permanent. You can learn secure love even if you weren't raised on it. The first step is knowing your style. Take the quiz, journal your triggers, pay attention to the patterns, not just who you're dating, but how you're dating. You don't need to wait on someone to love you the right way. You can start showing up for your inner child now. That might look like by saying you are safe, you are worthy, you don't have to earn love. You can try doing therapy, setting your boundaries, learning how to say no without feeling guilty, building secure habits like practice emotional honesty and consistency, even when it's uncomfortable. Choose differently. Stop calling that situationship a challenge. It's a test, and you do not need to retake it. So listen, you are not broken. You are becoming. And the more you heal, the more you'll stop settling for love that makes you anxious and start choosing love that makes you feel safe. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being aware. And sis, awareness is the start of everything. If this episode spoke to you, share it with a friend, journal your attachment style, or DM me a aha moment. I want to hear how this resonated. And if you want a part 2 on parenting or building secure love, let me know. Until next time, protect your peace, honor your journey, because your journey is your journey, and keep serving the tea that heals. Love you.